Hey there, everybody. Tony Porter here with another presentation of our Billy Ball project. And this is game 143. So I have one more game after this one. And we're joining this game in the bottom of the seventh inning. I started it late last night or early this morning, about 3 a.m. I played till about 4, and then I left it in the seventh inning. And you're listening to the Acid Jazz and Grooves Radio 24/7. So in case you want to subscribe to that station. It's very, very cool. And we're right about to get started here, or to continue. And it's Larry Gura. As you can see, the Topps baseball cards. Steve McCaddy has a card, and so does Larry Gura. Larry Gura had an all-star card. So Gura was, let's look at his ERA. He had a 1.2 whip. His ERA for 1980 was, he pitched 283 innings, 18 and 10. His ERA was 2. Oh man, it's hard. That's tiny. 295. It looks like 295. Let's double check that, because that is tiny. Holy smokes. Yep, it's 295. He had 113 strikeouts. Not really a strikeout guy. 76 balls, base on balls. Started 36 games with 16 complete games. So he was an ace. He was an ace for the Kansas City Royals. It is the Kansas City Royals at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. And we're right about to continue the game. Against Steve McCaddy. Steve McCaddy was 14 and 14 with I believe a 3.86 ERA. Right now the score is 4-0 in the bottom of the seventh. Kansas City up. And let me look here at the. It's 4-0. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 9 left on base for the Kansas City Royals. The 1980 A's have no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. It's Tony Armas, Jim Essien, and Jeff Newman coming up for the Oakland Athletics. We are ready to roll, and we're going to be using the dice to end the game. And that's going to be a 41 on Armas. A 41 is a blank. Now, Gura, I believe, was an A, I believe. Let me see if I can find that paper. There it is. No, actually, Gura's a C. Look at that. Gura's a C. So even with his C, he's still doing better than McCaddy. 41, that's a base on ball. So the A's have a base runner. Hallelujah. About time. So Armas is on at first, and he's fast. And here goes. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 54, so we're going to check the wild. It says go to a new card. We're going to go to a new card, and it's going to say with runners on base. Oh, actually, that's the wrong card. Wait a second. Men on base, wild pitch or pass ball. If a 10. And Gura's a 1-2, so there's no wild pitch there. No wild pitch. Refer to wild pitch rating of a 10. Falls within the range. It is a runner's advance. So now what do I do with the pass ball? Because this could be a pass ball. It says wild pitch or pass ball. Obviously, a 10, because every catcher's pass ball rating is way lower than that. I'm not sure what I should do with that. That's an interesting question. So when there's a wild pitch or pass ball, refer to the pitch. It says refer to the pitcher's wild pitch rating, and if 10 falls within the range, it is runner's advance. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to move on to a new roll. So there's no wild pitch. And that's going to be a 22, and that's going to be a potential walk, but it won't be a walk. It's going to be an out. Man, what kind of an out is that going to be? It's a line out to the second baseman. So it's L4 line and caught by Frank White. The right place at the right time. And that is 1 out. 1980 A's. What is Jeff Newman batting in our replay? Let's see if we can bring that up. Batting 295. In reality, he batted 233. So that would come down. Obviously, we only have 188 at bats for him. In reality, he had almost 450 at bats. So he's got a long ways to go to come down. So it's Jeff Newman. Let's get a roll here. Hey, Bleacher Bums Gaming, there he is. One and only. That's a sick, oh boy, that's a 66. Off Newman, and he's got some power, and that's a 2, and that's a deep drive, left field. Back goes Wilson to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. So the A's are on the board, a 2-run home run by Jeff Newman. And Jeff Newman in 1980 hit 15 home runs and 400 at bats. So figure proportionally a whole season at 600 at bats, he would have had maybe another 7. Maybe would have ended the season with 22. So the A's finally get to Gura after Gura pitched basically 6 and a third inning, shutout innings. And here comes Mickey Klutz. How'd you like to have a name like that on your team as growing up as a kid on your little league team, Mickey Klutz? All right. That's a 64. I thought it was going to be another 66. A 64 to Gura. And that's going to be a ground ball comeback. Or Gura feels his position, throws out Klutz. That's 2 down. 4-2 the score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's Dave McKay. He's a switch hitter batting lefty. He's 0 for 2 today. That's a 23, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. And he fans him. They bring out McKay's hat and glove. And he goes onto the field. McKay's the second baseman today. The infield is Klutz at third, Piccolo at short, McKay at second, and Newman at first. The catcher is Jim Essien. McCaddy is still on the mound. He's allowed 4 runs. It's a 4-2 ball game. It's closer now than it was. McCaddy's a B today, but that still hasn't helped him. All the runs were scored at the top of the 3rd inning. Top of the 3rd, let's see what happened there. Chalk hit a single. Wilson singled. Frank White walked to load the bases. Then John Wathan hit a medium line drive, and that scored 2. It was 2-0. Then it was Willie Aikens. Aikens hits a medium line drive for a single. That scores Wathan. It's 3-0 now. Oh, actually, wait a second. No, 2 score on that. Frank White. Aikens hits a medium line drive for Frank White scores and John Wathan score. So 2 2-run singles and it all happened in the 3rd inning. It's 4-2 now with that 2-run home run by Jeff Newman. And it's UL Washington against Steve McCaddy. We're rolling. That's a 54th. That's going to be a bases empty wild chart. Fly ball left field. Roll versus the error rating. Well, we got a roll there already. And left field, I think that's going to be an error on Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson drops the ball, hits off his glove, and that is going to be a 1 base. Oh, wait a second. I got to take this call to the exotic error chart. So this comes up every so often, maybe once a game, once every 2 games. The exotic error chart. It's usually a 2-base error of some kind. It's a wild throw. Sometimes a fast runner could take an extra base, that sort of thing. It's called the exotic error chart, and I got to track it down. Let's see if I could do that. Not always easy to track it down. Exotic error chart. Defense. 54 chart. There it is, exotic error chart. With nobody on. It's going to be on the outfield, right? Outfield, and we're going to roll here. That is a 12, and that is a drop fly. Batter safe at second. Runners advance 2 bases. And a whole bunch of other, if there's runners on base, but there's no runners on base. So means if 1 out of the inning, 2 means if 2 out of the inning. Okay. Just a 2-base error on Ricky Henderson. That puts UL Washington at second base. And up comes Dave Chalk. We're not going to walk Chalk. He's the 9th place batter. Then comes Willie Wilson, Frank White, and John Wathan. All right, let's see what happens here. Dave Chalk with a run on second base and nobody out. That's a 63. That's a blank, and it's going to be a ground ball to shortstop with a runner on second, and that's going to advance Washington. Ball in the hole, long throw for Piccolo, and he gets his man. So runner on third now with 1 out. We're going to have to bring the infield in. There's nothing worse than playing the infield in, bums, and then getting that S rating. Oh, that's so painful, right? Getting the infield in and then looking at the card and seeing the S rating right there. That's painful. I have 1 game left after this one. This one I joined in the 7th inning. I got 1 game left, and I'm savoring every game because now we got to work out. We got to wait for the last guy or last 2 guys to finish, and then we got to start. We're gonna compile all the stats. I'll present the stats, and then of course we'll move on to another replay of probably another team in this same season. So you can finish basically a season in a month if you use, if you get 4 or 5 guys together. Everybody plays 32 games. Was it 16? Yep, 32 games. All right, Willie Wilson with runner on third. The infield is in. Everybody on the grass. Klutz, Piccolo, McKay, and Newman. And that's going to be a 23, and that's a swing and a miss. Curveball gets Wilson swinging. That's a huge strikeout. But we still got to get by Frank White. These guys are pesky hitters. Frank White with a 264 average, but he's a pesky hitter. And so is Wilson, and so is Akins and Wathan. All right, these guys are just, man, you can't get away from them. All right, Frank White, 2 outs. See if McCaddy can get out of this inning. Will he? It looks like he will. A swing and a miss, and that retires the side. McCaddy comes back strong, reached back for a little extra, and struck out Frank White. Back-to-back Ks to get out of a sticky situation, to say the least. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Rob Piccolo leading off. Gura, it's a 31, and this is going to be a ground ball and through for a base hit. Center field. Amos Otis gets it into Frank White, but Piccolo's on with a single. So that brings up the tying run to the plate for the A's. A's record, last I looked, I think they were like 14 and 18, something like that, around 500, hovering around 500. So here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson was a 300 hitter with almost 120 walks in 1980. Believe it or not, my friends. Let's take a look at this terrible picture of Ricky Henderson. Take a look at this picture of Ricky Henderson. You can barely see his face. It's all in a shadow. Like they couldn't say, "Hey, Ricky, can you stand? Don't stand in front of the sun. Stand behind. In other words, don't have the sun behind you." So I think the sun is behind him, or to the upper left of him, because his forehead is shiny up here on the upper right-hand side, but the rest of his face is all in the shade. So not a pretty picture for Ricky Henderson, and it looks like they photoshopped it to. It was probably even darker than this, and they said, "Oh man, we gotta," because there's not real color there. See how this guy has color in his face, and look, this guy's just like black and white, because I guess they try to bring up the light, increase the brightness on it, and it just it kind of washed out all the color. But that's pretty funny. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but so Ricky Henderson is up. All right, let's roll, see what happens. That's a 21. That should be, that's going to be, let's see, it's going to be a fly ball. Right field on the run is Hurdle, and Clint Hurdle grabs it in the gap. Back to first goes Piccolo. One down. Here's the lefty hitting Dwayne Murphy. Dwayne Murphy, a 274 hitter. In this replay, my hitters have hit well. My pitchers have pitched poorly. I'll tell you. So you got good hitters, poor pitching. For example, 311 for Murphy, who batted 274 in my whatever 86, 90 at bats that everybody got in about 30 games, right? About three at bats a game. He also walked over 100 times. So a good 1-2 punch with Ricky Henderson, Dwayne Murphy and Ricky Henderson. A good 1-2 punch. All right, one out, runner on first, tying run at the plate. It's Larry Gura with his C column. That's a 61. That's a blank. We go over the C column, and that is going to be a ground ball to third base. It's going to be only one play, and that is to first. But if he's a strong arm, Dave Chalk is going to get a fielder's choice at second base. Let's see if he can whip it to second before the out. Get it there just in time, and he is a third base average arm, so he does not get it. I could have looked at the chart I have over here to my right now, and I forgot to look at it. All right, so it's 5-3, and runner moves up to second base. And here's Mitchell Page. Now, Mitchell Page is a story and a half. Mitchell Page batted 244, but he has to me, I feel like he has an inordinate amount of outs on his career. He's got an out at 22. How many times have I've rolled 22s and 11s and they've been outs? Because he's batting like 160. Let me take a look at what this is all over the place. So Mitchell Page hasn't been able to buy a hit. He's batting 149. He's 10 hits in 67 at bats. And he's going to make another out here. He's only, I never rolled 25 or 26 for him. Never roll that for him. But he's got hits there. That's, I guess, why they pulled one from here to put it there. But yeah, he only has 3 hit numbers. He's got a 66, 55, 44. And more than half of the 44 is a walk. And then, of course, he has the other 2 hit numbers of 25, 26, and then, of course, the 31 that comes out. So he's really struggling, but I understand why. He's got no hit numbers. This is a 51, so that's going to be a KD check, and we got a 5 on Gura. It's only a 1 there. So we're going to roll again. Got to roll again. It's an 18, so it's going to be no error. There's no way. We'll check anyway. On third baseman. Third baseman is Dave Chalk. No way he's got an 18 for an error at third base. I mean, that would be nuts. No, he's got a 5 error. Yeah, I thought so. All right, and that's going to retire ground ball to third, and Chalk up with it. Fires to first, low throw, scooped out by Willie Mays Aikens to retire the side. We're bottom of the 8th. Top of the 9th. Top of the 9th, John Wathan, Willie Aikens, and Hal McRae against Steve McCaddy. Steve McCaddy going for a complete game, 4-2. That's a 64. That's a blank. And that is going to be Wathan's a righty. It's going to be a ground ball. Hit hard at the shortstop. Piccolo up with it. Fires to first and in time. 1 down. Here's Willie Mays Aikens. He's a left-handed hitter. He batted 278 with 20 home runs and 550 at-bats. Dice are more random. 1-6, 16. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. Under it is Murphy. Hauls it in for out number 2. And here's Hal McRae. Hal McRae, he's 0 for 3. He's flat out, walked, struck out, hit a line drive. That's a 55. That's going to be a drive. Pull down the line into left field corner after it is Henderson. Bounces off the wall. He plays it nicely into Piccolo, but Hal McRae is into second base with a two-out stand-up double. Here comes Amos Otis. And the 13 is going to be, my friend, he's a righty. He's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Will Piccolo get there? Yes, he does. Spins, throw to first, in time. Oh, just got Amos Otis by a step. Amos Otis doesn't think so. Has something to say to the first base umpire. All right, here goes bottom of the ninth. Larry Gura going for complete game. Larry Gura can go 36 batters. Let's see how many he's gone. Larry Gura has gone 27 batters. He's got a ton of batters to go. All right, pitched a heck of a ball game. He's only allowed 4 hits in this game. And the big hit against Gura was the two-run home run by Jeff Newman. All right, so it's Armas leading it off. Let's see what Armas is batting in our replay, in our 90 at-bat replay, which is very not representative of anything. He's batting 328, but, I mean, that was way up. All these batting averages were way up when I started, and then they've come way down. That's a 42. That's a blank, but on Gura, that's going to be ball 4. Oh, boy. Tying run is at the plate. And Jim Essien. And then again, up comes Newman. Newman's been the spoiler today for Gura. Hit that 2-run shot in the bottom of the 7th. So we're hoping Essien can get a hold of one here. Larry Gura is a left-hander. That's a 42, and that's going to be another base on balls. Oh, yes it is. So now this is looking good for the Athletics. All right, so we're going to have to, you know what? We're letting Gura pitch this. 283 innings. Jeff Newman. Jeff Newman, the tying run is on at first base, and Essien is pretty fast, believe it or not. He's actually a fast base runner. And I don't think that has to do with speed. I think that has to do with runs scored. A lot of, you know, the speed is represented in the stolen bases, even though really fast guys sometimes are not good at stealing bases, like Ahmed Rosario, who's now a member of the Cleveland Indians. Man, he would get thrown out all the time, but that guy could fly. Just could not steal a base anymore. I mean, he had 20 stolen bases, but with his speed, he should have 40, 50, 60. And it became hard. It seemed to become harder and harder, and he would go less and less. Whereas teams on the Mets would run, you know, recklessly, and nobody would get thrown out. It was a nightmare. Wilson Ramos, a nightmare catcher. Holy moly. He could hit, but struggled offensively last year. That's why they let him go. All right, Jeff Newman with the tying runs on base. Let's see what he can do here. Facing, we're going to get some action in the bullpen. We're going to let Gura, who is really the ace of the staff. He's in the 9th inning. He pitched almost 300 innings, so he wasn't a guy that they pulled right away. So we're going to see if he can get Newman. Let's see what happens here. We got a 66. We got a 25, and that is going to be trouble. It's a ground ball to the left side. And with runners on set, it's a ground ball to third. Does he have a strong arm? And he does not. So that's going to be an out at first base, and that allows both runners to move up. So that's a 5-3 put out. Both runners move up. Tying run in scoring position for Mickey Klutz. All right. And here's Klutz. That is a 21. Darn, that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Klutz down swinging in a clutch situation. Angry with himself, heads back to the bench. In disgust. Oh, breaks the bat across his knee. What's going on here? Not showing much composure at all in 1980. Looks like he's a player from 2021. All right, Dave McKay now. Dave McKay's a switch hitter now. Who do I have on the bench? It's like I got a lefty. I got Wayne Gross, another lefty. Dave Revering, another lefty. I don't really have very much. This guy's a switch hitter. I got Mike Heath. Mike Heath can pinch hit. Let's bring in Heath to pinch hit. Just so I do something, so I'm not just sitting around here. So Mike Heath is coming in. Mike Heath doesn't have much power. Doesn't have much of anything. About a 240. But maybe we'll get lucky, you know. Who knows? 2 outs. We got 2 outs. Tying run at second base in Essien. He's fast, so we don't need a pinch runner for him. And Mike Heath is going to be called to pinch hit for McKay, Dave McKay, the second baseman. All right, so here's Gura trying to go the complete game. He had 16 complete games, so he completed half his games. And here's a pitch, a 13, and that is going to be a fly ball in the gap and hurdle after it. Amos Otis, and who will it be? Otis tracks it down, and that is the ball game. Well, they made it exciting. They made it exciting. A drive in the gap off the bat of Heath. But Otis, who plays a magnificent center field, known for his defensive skills, catches up to the ball to end the ball game. Final score is Kansas City 4, the A's 2. And it's going to be the win in the complete game is going to go to Larry Gura. We saw 2 complete games today. One by Gura and another by McCaddy. But McCaddy's going to take the loss. And unfortunately, that's it. That's it for game 1. Now I have game 2 coming up. And look how I'm doing this. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the CGI. I've incorporated CGI into my videos now. All right, it's deep drive baseball. Yes, sirree. Yes, it is. I got the charts right here to my left. Not really many charts with deep drive baseball. You got the rules, which is one page back in front. Then you got the 71 stolen base wild pitch chart, and you have the defensive chart for 71, and then you have the standard chart that just gives you the choice, the bunts, the fly balls, and the ground outs, and the hit and run. And I don't look at them much, and I'll show you how to play this. It plays very easy. You use 3 10-sided die and one 20-sided die, in case there's anybody on, which sometimes I forget until I start playing this again and again, and then I force myself to remember. So it's going to be the Minnesota Twins with Cesar Tovar, the left fielder, Rod Carew, batting .331 in the league. This is like game 43 or 44 for my replay. My Oakland A's 1971 replay is called the Swinging A's, using deep drive baseball. Got a lot of highlights in this replay. I really like it. Tony Oliva in right field, Harmon Killebrew, the first baseman, Braun, the third baseman, Holt, the center fielder, Carton as the shortstop, Mitterwall, the catcher, and finally batting ninth is Blyleven. Bert Blyleven versus Blue Moon Odom. That's right, Blue Moon Odom. Didn't have a really good season in 1971. The A's made it to the playoffs in 71. But no thanks to Blue Moon Odom, who had a 4.29 ERA, was 10-12. So he may get roughed up by the hot hitting or the offensive minded Minnesota Twins, because just based on their guys, I can see that they got a bunch of hitters here. All right, here's the pitch, and we're going to read the red, then the white. The green is going to tell us the informational die. It'll tell us what kind of an out it is, if it's an out. This is a 14, so that's going to be off the batter because it's 0 to 49. So 4 off the batter. So 14 we're going to read off the batter, and that is a ground ball, base hit through the left side. So Tovar is on with a single. Now, Tovar base stealing is a 2C, and Blue Moon is a +1, so that's a 3C. We're going to try to steal a base. We got a single air. Let's try to steal a base here. Let's try that again. That's a 47. That's nowhere close. You're going to need a much lower number than that. With a what did I say it was? He's a 2C. It becomes a 3C. Let me see the catcher. Hold on a second. Let me see the A's catcher. A's catcher. Dave Duncan. He's got no rating for that. But I'll show you the stolen base chart, how it works. It's real simple. 3C, and it would be 0 to 15 and 16 to 28. He gets thrown out. I rolled like a 41. So that's nowhere near close to that. So this type of guy with a low letter gets thrown out a lot. All right, so he doesn't get the jump, and here is Rod Carew. And we're going to try to hit and run with Rod Carew and throw the wild pitch die is what I call that. And that's going to be a 23, and that's a swing and a miss. And, this is going to be trouble because on a strikeout, which is highly unusual, he's got that's a 23. And that's going to be a strikeout on a hit and run. Strikeout, check modifier. Check modifier, it's a 1. The throw down, and he is out. Great throw by, who is that? Dave Duncan. Great throw by Dave Duncan. And they get. So it's a strike amount, or was that a strike? It said it's a strike, right? Not a strikeout, it's a strike. Check, strike. No, it's a strikeout. So it's equals strike, lead runner, foul ball, strike. Okay, just a strike. So they throw him out, and Carew's still up. And Carew's a lefty, so that's going to be a 2-6, caught stealing. All right. So here goes Carew. There's nobody on base anymore, so we don't have to throw. That's a 37. That's going to be an out. An 8 is going to be a fly ball to left field. Under it is Rudy for out number 1. That's a 40 and a 0. That's going to be a line out. This could end up being a double play. A line out to the shortstop. So Campaneris leaps and brings it down. Will he get his? There's nobody on base. So that's an L6, and that's going to retire to the side. No runs, 1 hit. Campaneris leading off. Campaneris had 3 hits in yesterday's game. Let's get this camera a little bit lower so you can see the cards a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, but then I knock out the, you know what? Let me push these cards, which were with the other team. So they're not necessary here. And I'm going to put let's see, there you go. All right. So it's Bert Campaneris leading it off against Bert Blyleven. Blyleven had a 1.1 whip, ERA of 2.81, 16 and 15. He was 20 years old here. Bert Campaneris is going to swing and a miss, strike out. He thought he got a little bit of that pitch, but nope. Umpire called it a strike. Here's Joe Rudy, 37 and a 6. And that's a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. That's Cardenas up with it. 2 down. And the lineup for the A's, which I didn't go over, is Campaneris leading it off, Rudy in left field, Jackson, the right fielder, batting 3rd. Batting cleanup is Mike Epstein, the Super Jew, Sal Bando, the captain, the 3rd baseman, batting 5th. Batting 6th is Rick Monday, the center fielder. Dave Duncan, the catcher. It's Dick Green, the 2nd baseman, batting 8th, and batting 9th is Blue Moon Odom. Here comes Reggie. Reggie's batting 342 with 8 home runs. Didn't hit a home run for the first 6 weeks. But in the last 4 weeks, man, he's been hitting 2 home runs every week. He's up to 8 now. That's a 34. That's a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes to retire the side. Go to the top of the 2nd. Harmon Killebrew. Harmon Killebrew still hit 28 home runs in 1971. Here's the pitch from Odom. That's a deep drive. Uh-oh, that's going to be trouble. And that's going to be the ballpark card. A 0 means any symbol is going to be a home run. So we're re-rolling that. So you have 0 to 54 or 95 to 99, and that ball is driven deep for a home run. Otherwise, it's a deep drive, and that ball is way back left field. Back goes Rudy to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. 1-0. Harmon Killebrew smashes one. And Blue Moon Odom wishes he had that pitch back. Here's Steve Braun, a lefty. That's going to be a 53, and that is going to be a ground ball base hit. So Blue Moon is struggling, and there's no surprise there. So Braun is on at first. I don't think. Let's see if he's a base stealer. I don't know. Maybe he is. 1A. He'd be a 2A. We'll try to get the jump. See what happens. But we're still going to use the die. It's going to be Jim Holt. He's a left-handed specialist. Should only really play against righties. That's going to be a 52. So he doesn't get the jump there. And 52 is going to be a line drive base hit. And that's going to send Braun to third base. First and third now. A home run and 2 singles, and we got first and third. Infield is back, just trying to avoid the big inning. Here comes Leo Cardenas. He's got a huge afro. Even in his I was looking at Jose Cardinal. I mixed those up. Jose Cardinal and Leo Cardenas. Yeah, I was looking at Jose Cardinal's 1980 card yesterday. I don't know where I was looking at it, and he had a big afro, man. He was still living back in the 70s. All right. Looking for a double play. That's another 54. Holy smokes. I can't stop rolling low 50s. So that's a 54. And that's a line drive base hit. That's going to score a run. So Cardenas picks up an RBI, and Holt is going to go to third base. 2-0. RBI, and he drives in number 5. All right, here's George Mitterwald. I remember him on the Cubs later on in the 70s, the late 70s. This is the early 70s. All right, again, we're looking for not to stop the run, but to cut off the basically turn the double play is what we're looking for. Here's a pitch from Blue Moon Odom. Let me make sure these are not 8-sided die, because when I start rolling so many 54s and 51s and 52s, okay, this is better. Say 39 and a 7, but that's going to be a fly ball. Deep fly ball to right field. And if the runner on second is a fast Steve Braun, he may be able to tag up. Let's see. Braun, again, is not fast, but it's a deep fly ball, so they may allow anybody to tag up. Let's find out. Deep fly ball to right field is going to say to go to third. To score on a sacrifice would be yes, but to go to third is a question mark, so we're going to hold. So that is a fly to right. And that looks like out number 1. Still have first and third. Oh, wait. Oh, that's going to be a sacrifice fly. Wait a second. Okay, I have first and third, not first and second. So that is a sac fly. That's going to be the third run. Let's try to clean that up. And he drives in number 6. It's going to be 3-0. When I say 6, it's the batting play 6. And here comes Bert Blyleven. So Mitterwald picks up a sacrifice fly. It's 3-0 Twins. Here's Blyleven with a 35 and a 4. And that is going to be a defensive check. So we're going to check the defense. Let's see. It's easy to do. 35 is going to be a rain check. And that's going to be an 85. 85 is, that's going to be a drive into center field, and that's going to dunk in front of the center fielder, Monday. There's no way Monday's a 5 in center field. Now he's a 3. And that's going to allow the base runner to go to third base, first and third. So even Blyleven gets in on the on the offensive barrage. Nightmarish here. 85, yes sir. It's going to be a single plus. All right, so we got first and third. Because Cardenas, let's see Cardenas' speed. Yeah, he's slow. Wait a second. I don't know if he'll go to third on that. Yeah, it's a question mark. And you know what? We'll roll to make it. We'll roll to send it to third. Why not? Let's have some fun here. He's slow, so we're going to try to send it to third. And let's see the choice chart. Is this the one? This is not the one I corrected. Hold on a second. Well, I know what the corrections are. I have them memorized. It was easy there. All right, so here goes. Let's throw the dice and see what happens. It's gonna be a 37 and a 37. It's 0-5 to 41. He is safe at third base. That was easy. So got runners on first and third. 3-0 so far. And only one out. We go to Tovar, still looking for a double play. Still don't want to bring that infield in because I'm concerned. Every time I feel I bring it in, you know what? We're going to bring the infield in this time. Here's Blue Moon to Cesar Tovar. And that's a 57, another low 50. That's a line drive. Base hit, center field. 1 run comes in. Blackman's going to stop. It's 4-0 now. And here's Rod Carew. Oh, I forgot. I've been forgetting to roll the 20-sided die. Where is that? Should have been like right here. What did I do with that? Why did I put it there? So let's do. Hold on. We'll save this row. Okay, we don't get it. We'll throw a couple more to catch up. All right, there you go. So that's an 11. This is going to be a ground ball base hit up the middle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th run. Oh, no, wait. Now, yes, Blyleven is at second base. Hold on a second. Let's see. 11 is going to be a single. Blyleven is slow, so we're going to hold Blyleven at third. So it's going to be bases loaded. It's going to be Carew at first, Tovar at second, and Blyleven at third. Bases loaded. It's already 4-0. And up comes Tony Oliva. He's a lefty. This is not going to end. So now I got to remember to throw the D20. And that's a 39 and a 9. That's going to be a fly ball. Fly ball, center field. Medium center field. So let's see. We may have a chance with a runner on third. If he's at least average, he'll score. And on third base, I got Blyleven. So Blyleven's going to have a question mark. And we'll have a play at the plate on with Blyleven on that. Oh, he's going to be out, my friends. A 94 on an S, and he is out. He is out. Holy smokes. So that's a double play. So it's going to be, what did I say originally? It was an 8. I believe it was a fly to center, 8-8-2 to retire the side. But the Twins pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 hits, 4 runs on 6 hits in the top of the second. Let's see what's going to happen here. All right, Mike Epstein leading it off. Wow, that was a long inning. Holy smokes. And that is a 62 off Blyleven. That's a line drive base hit to right field. So it's a base knock for Epstein. Now we got to throw the D20. So I shouldn't put it on the other side. I should keep it in front of me so I remember. Sal Bando. On a 1, we would check for a wild pitch. That's Sal Bando with a 22 and a 0. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Bando strikes out. Here comes Rick Monday. He's a left-handed hitter. I remember him with the Cubs, playing with Bill Buckner. That's an 85 and a 7. This is going to be off pitcher. Anything above 50 is off the pitcher card, and a 7 is going to be a fly ball to right field. 2 out. And Dave Duncan, right-handed hitter. And that is a 36. 36 is, and the green dice is a 9. So that's a fly to center. Can of corn for the center fielder, Holt. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, top of the 3rd. Harmon Killebrew against Blue Moon. 4-0 Minnesota. That's a 43 and a 9. That's a fly to deep center field. But right there is Rick Monday, out number 1. That's an 83 and a 1, and that is a pop-up infield, shortstop, 2 down. This game does play pretty fast once you get going and stop with all the hits of 51. That's going to be a deep drive. Holt, not really a home run hitter, but with that 9, he won't be hitting any home runs. Okay, so we're going to have to roll again, see what happens, and that's a 27. That's going to be splits the outfielders and cut off in center field by Monday, but Holt with good speed is going to make it to second base with a double. 2-out double for Jim Holt, the lefty. Cardenas now. Cardenas batted .264 with 18 home runs. Here's the pitch. 35 and a 7. And that is a fly ball to left to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, bottom of the 3rd. Dick Green leading it off. Who is it? Dick Green, Blue Moon Odom. And the top of the order, Bert Campaneris. That's a 20 and a 2, and that is going to be a strikeout. So Green, downswing. Next is Odom. You can buy a whole season for $12. Comes with all the players. 21, and that's a strikeout. Odom, downswing. 2 outs. It's only got a handful of seasons, but it's a fun game. It's easy to play. 43, that is a off Campaneris. And that is a fly right to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Easy inning for Blyleven. See what Odom can do here. Top of the 4th. 4-0 Minnesota Twins. Mitterwall with a 46. That's going to be an out, and an 8 is a fly ball to center field. Selling under it is Rick Monday and squeezes it for the out. Bert Blyleven's up next. Blyleven single in the 1st inning. That's a 76, and that's going to be a pop-up infield. Campaneris, 2 down. Here's Cesar Tovar, the right-handed hitter, about a 311 with an 89 and a 2. That's going to be, no question, a comebacker. And that is Odom. Throws him out to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. So Odom settled down a little bit, knock on wood. And here's Joe Rudy. Pitch from Blyleven, that's a 54. That's a line drive, base hit left field. Rudy's on with a single. See if the Athletics can get something going. Now we're going to throw the D20, looking for that 1 for the wild pitch. Here's Reggie Jackson. That's a 44. That's his number with the Yankees. And a 44 with a 3. That's going to be a medium ground ball to the 3rd baseman. Brown, he's going to go to second for 1. Back to first. No, did not get him. It's a fielder's choice, though. So Jackson's on at first. Here's Epstein, the Super Jew. Left-handed hitter, good power hitter. 19 home runs. That's a 29, and the 29 is going to be a strikeout for the 2nd out. And Bando, again, Bando with good power. Bando hit 24 home runs. And that is going to be a 73 and a 0. 73 is a strikeout. So that's Blyleven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts in 4 innings. Holy smokes. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. Top of the 5th. We're moving along. We're moving along, and it's Rod Carew, the Rod Carew. I don't have any. I was thinking of getting the 72 card set. I do have a 1970 set, but I don't have a 19. I should pull the Twins. Back in these days, in the early 70s, late 60s, the guys, because with the reserve clause, the guys stayed on the same team because they weren't allowed to leave. They couldn't. There was no such thing as, I'm going somewhere else. No, it'd be like, you can't do that. It's kind of like slavery, really, to be honest with you. They're working on the plantation. Working on the plantation. All right. Rod Carew. That's a 96 and a 9. That's going to be off the pitcher's card, and that's a fly ball deep center field. On the run is Monday, and he tracks it down on the track. So Rod Carew, who only hit 2 home runs, not known for his power, gave it a ride there. Here's Tony Oliva, left-handed hitter, and he's going to slap one to left field for a base hit. Went the other way with that outside pitch. That's the way to hit. Here's Harmon Killebrew, good power. Going for the wild pitch, and that's a 72 and a 0. And that's a strikeout. Killebrew swinging for the fences, swings out of his shoes, strikes out. And here's Steve Braun, another lefty, batted .254 with 5 home runs. And that is a 51. A 51 is a deep drive. An 8 is not good. Is not gonna work. It's not gonna be a home run unless it's. We'll see. It's an 88, and an 88. Let's see what it says. Oh, yeah, that's not going to be. It's going to be a fly ball deep left field, and back goes Jackson and hauls it in. That stayed in the park because of that 8 roll. See, that ballpark put it in the. Made a center field out, but I'm going to say. Oh, actually, you know what? It was not Reggie Jackson, but it was Rick Monday who made the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. Yeah, the ballpark card here. I'll show you the ballpark card. If you roll anywhere 0 to 7, everything is going to be a home run on his card, regardless of the little red symbol. But if you roll something that's like 8 or a 9, then if it's within the area of the red symbol, like 0 to 20, it won't be a home run. 82 to 99 won't be a home run. So the ballpark's going to take away some home runs there. So that's how that works. Very simple to follow. And here comes Sal Bando, bottom of the 5th inning. That's a 0-1. That's going to be a deep drive off Bando's bat. He drives one deep to left center field. Let's see what's going to happen. And that ball's going to carry, and that's out of here. Sal Bando. Actually, that was Rick Monday. Rick Monday hits a home run, 0-4, same thing. All right. All right, so it's the A's are finally on the board thanks to Rick Monday. I have all the season stats because I'm playing the whole thing in Replay Baseball. So I have all the players, all the team stats, and they keep my stats for me. All right, here's Duncan. I don't even know why I roll that one. All right, so it's 4-1 now, and it's Dave Duncan, pitch from Blyleven. That is a 46 and a 4. That's going to be off Duncan. It's a slow ground ball. Second baseman Carew charges it and throws him out. All right, Dick Green is next. Dick Green with a 65, and that is going to be a strikeout. 2 down. Heads back to the bench, and here's Blue Moon Odom. That's a 23, and that is a strikeout. So the score is 4-1. 1 run on 1 hit, the home run by Rick Monday. And it's a 4-1 game. Top of the 6th. It's going to be Holt, Cardenas, and Mitterwald. Now, Blue Moon, let me do the endurance. The endurance can be a little tricky for new guys. It's a 10. He gets 10 points, basically. And if he gives up a run, that's -1 point. Not for everyone. If he gives up at least 1 run, that's -1. So he's at a 9. Then every inning he pitches, he's pitched 5. So that's 6 altogether. So he's down to 4. Every time he's gone through the lineup, that's once, twice, twice. So that was 5, 6, and twice is 8. So he's still got 2 more points left. After this one, he'll have 1 more point. So it's actually a good system. Once you got to get used to it a little bit. It's a little tricky, but once you get, it makes a lot of sense, and it's easier to keep track. Because once you learn, anybody with like a 12, 13, or 14 can go pretty late. Anybody with a 10, which like modern pitchers have a 10 or less, they'll have 7s, 8, 9, 10. Those guys, you know that by the 5th inning, 6th inning, they're going to be tired. But anybody with a 12, 13, 14, that sort of thing, you know he's going to, you don't have to check till the 8th inning unless he's getting bombed. All right, top of the 6th inning. Here's Holt. Pitch to Holt. It's a 93 and a 6. That's off of Blue Moon, and that is going to be a hard hit ground ball to the second baseman, Green. 1 down. Leo Cardenas. That's a 77, and that is a 4. Hard hit ground ball again to Green, and Green handles a tough hop. 2 down. And here's Mitterwald. 33, and that is going to be, that's going to be a defensive check, and a 33 is going to take us to the range. Going to take us to the range chart. Have to roll again on that, see what happens. It's a 97, and that is going to be a ball. A 97 is going to be a fly to right field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit. Jackson did not get a good jump on that, and it's Blyleven. 2 out, top of the 6th inning, 4-1. That's a 72 and a 5. And a 72 is a strikeout to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-1, Twins. Blyleven versus Odom. Odom's definitely not going to get a complete game, but Blyleven may. Blyleven's a 12. But he's still doing really well. He's only been through the lineup twice, pitched 5 innings. That's 7. He's allowed 1 run. That's 8. So he's not going to be able to finish this either. So we're going to see 2 relief pitchers. All right, here's Bergkamp and Harris. Hopefully he can get a hit because he's been struggling as of late. Nope, not going to be. Not meant to be. It's a hard hit ground ball, but that's right at the shortstop. 1 down. Joe Rudy now. Rudy's 0 for 2 today. That's an 18, and that's going to be a strikeout. Swings and misses at a Bert Blyleven curveball. And here's Reggie Jackson. Reginald Martinez Jackson, a 75 and an 8. And that's going to be off the pitcher. That's going to be a swing and a miss. And Jackson down on 1 knee. That retires the side. We go top of the 7th. 4-1 Twins. Who's coming up? Tovar, Carew, and Tony Oliva. We are in Oakland at the Alameda County Coliseum. Good for power hitters for sure. Good ballpark for power hitters. The A's finished 101 and 60 in first place. Here's a pitch from Blue Moon. That's a 91 and a 9. That's a deep fly ball center field. On the run is Monday, and Monday tracks it down. Got a good jump on that. Rick Monday's flashing the leather out there. Here's Rod Carew, amazing hitter. And what do we get rolled? We roll, that's honestly an 8. 89, that's going to be off the pitcher card, and that is a chopper to third. Charging hard is Bando, bare hands. It fires to first, and the third scooped out by Epstein for the out. Great play by Sal Bando. Put a star next to that one in your scorecard. And here's Tony Oliva. That's a 25. That's going to be off Oliva's card. But that's going to be an out, and a 4 is going to be a hard hit ground ball, backhanded by Bando. Bando's long throw to first in time. So 2 great plays by Sal Bando, the captain at third base. All right, and I believe that's going to be it for Blue Moon. So we're going to bring in somebody. We're going to bring in Bob Locker to pitch. Now that's his batting card. We don't want to bring that in. There he is. He can go 2 innings, maybe, if he doesn't give up any runs. All right, bottom of the 7th. Epstein, Bando, and Monday. Let me get a quick drink. This is Cards and Dice TV with Tony Porter. All right, we're back to the action. Bottom of the 7th, it's 4-1. Blyleven versus Blue Moon Odom. Blue Moon is out. And it's going to be Mike Epstein batting against Bert Blyleven. We throw 3 dice. We're either red and then the white. So that's like a 54. And that is a ground ball, base hit, right field. Second hit for Epstein. Epstein batted .237. Not really. Didn't get a lot of base hits, but did walk a lot. I think he has a good on-base percentage. Yeah, .370 on-base percentage. Not bad. He does walk a lot. All right, so here's Sal Bando. Bando with good power. Throw that 1 die, looking for a 1 for a wild pitch check. That's an 81 and a 3. That's going to be a ground ball, medium ground ball to third base. Up with it is Braun. Braun's going to go second for 1 to throw to first. Not in time. So it's a fielder's choice. Bando is on at first, and here's Rick Mundy, who's got a home run in this game. Here's a pitch to Mundy. He's a left-handed hitter. That's a 26 and a 9. That's going to be off Monday. That's going to be a strikeout. 2 down. And here's Dave Duncan. Dave Duncan hit 15 home runs, not too shabby, with a .250 average. Not bad for a catcher. Pitch from Blyleven. That's a 27. That's going to be a defensive check. All right, and the let's see something here. 27 is going to take us to the range again. And 28 is going to be a pass to diving second baseman, Rod Carew, for a base hit. And what did I say was it, 28? Yep. So that's going to send Bando with 2 outs. He's fast. So that's going to send him to third base. First and third for Dick Green. Time run is on at the plate, and Dick Green. And who did I say that was by? Carew? I don't think Carew's a 5. I doubt he's a 5. Well, he's a 1. He's terrible. He's a terrible second baseman, according to the metrics for this game. Here's Dick Green. Dick Green batted .244 with 12 home runs. Another one who kind of had a pretty good season for a guy you wouldn't expect to be hitting a lot of home runs. Yeah, I switched, dude, a long time ago. I played a little fall classic, and then I switched to deep drive. Because I started the other game in the 7th inning, so it finished quick. That's going to be a 14 off Green, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Had a ball outside the strike zone, and he leaves 2 big men on there because he was the tying run, but he fails to produce. That was no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on, top of the 8th. All right, who is it going to be? Killebrew. Bob Locker's in there. Bob Locker's in now. So Odom went 7, allowed 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 home run. Let's do Killebrew. Let's see. There's a pitch to Killebrew, and that's a deep drive off the bat of Killebrew. And that is going to be trouble, my friends. That ball's out of here. Killebrew drives one deep to left center field, and that's over the fence. So Killebrew with his 2nd home run of the day. 5 now. 5-1, Twins. Here's Steve Braun. That's going to be a 0-7. That's going to be a line drive base hit for Braun, his 2nd hit of the game. And that is going to be a 73 and a 2. It's going to be off Locker. 73 is a defensive check. Defensive check. We're going to roll, see what happens. It's a 72. And a 72 is going to be a ground ball second base and booted. Booted by Green. That puts runners on first and second. E4. So Holt is on at first. Braun is on at second. And here's Leo Cardenas. 5-1. That's a 90. Can't see that. 97 and an 8. That's going to be off the pitcher, and an 8 is going to be a fly ball, medium left field for out number 1. Next is George Mineral. Oh, that's going to be a potential wild pitch. We'll use that 62. Show you how this works. Wild pitch chart. You look at 62. Balk if he's a D or an F balk. And he's an F balk, so he does balk, and he can't believe it. Both runners are going to move up on the balk. You don't get those very often. So let's write the balk in there. We'll put that in the notes. Balk. What's Knucklehead's name? Blocker. Holy smokes! So let's write this in. Balk. All right, nuts. Mitterwald with runners on second and third now. And that's a 61, and that's going to be a ground ball base hit. That will score 1. We're going to hold the other. It's going to be 5-1, 6-1 now. Stopping at third base is Holt. RBI single for Mitterwald. He drives in batter number 5. And here's Blyleven. Blyleven has a 12. He's gone 7 through the lineup twice. That's 9. Allowed 1 run. That's 10. So he's still got some ways to go here. So we're going to keep him in. He's just going to bat regular, swing away. And that's an 89. 89's off the pitcher. 89 with an 8. That's a fly ball left field. And that's the fly ball left field. Is medium left field. Who do we have at third base? It's Holt at third base. So let's see what speed he has. Once I look once, I kind of remember. Holt is a blank. There's actually 1 out. So there's 1 out. So he's not going to get the boost, the 2-out boost. So yeah, he does not score from second base here. So he's going to stop at third. First and third on the fly ball. So there's 2 outs now. Oh, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a sacrifice. Wait, hold on a second. I looked at the wrong chart. I haven't played this in a while. I played 2 games in the last 2 nights, so I can't use that as an excuse. But it's going to be a question mark for Holt. Let's try to score. Let's have some fun. That's a 26. He is safe. Sacrifice fly for Blyleven. Another run scores. And that's a 7-1 now. Twins. We knew this was going to happen. 2 outs. And here comes Tovar. So let's see. The home run, one run was earned. Then there was an error. That would be the 3rd out, so that wouldn't have scored. So the other run is unearned. But you know what? We're going to not count that run as an earned run. It's a 78, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a 4. It's hit hard at second baseman. Over to first to retire the side. But the Twins pick up 1, 2, 3 more runs on 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. 3 hits and a sacrifice fly. And it's 7 now, 7-1 in the bottom of the 8th. You get a pinch hitter. Let me see if I can figure out what I did with my cards. Oh, the cards are right in front of me. All right, let's get a pinch hitter. I did something. I started doing that, something new, putting them on So he's Bert Blyleven. See if we got a lefty somewhere on the bench. Tommy Davis, Gene Tennis. I was bringing Gene Tennis. I really like Gene Tennis. I feel like he's a clutch player. He didn't play much in 71 yet. Not ready to play in 71. Let's see who's the last. Larry Brown. We're gonna bring in Larry Brown to pinch hit. Larry Brown to pinch hit. Then we're gonna bring in a new pitcher for the 9th inning, and see what happens with Brown. It's a pitch from Blyleven. That's an 89 and an 8. That's off Blyleven. That's a fly ball. Can of corn to center field. 1 out. Bert Campaneris is up next. And that's a 44. And it's going to be ground ball second base. Second baseman Carew better hurry and just gets Campaneris, who's flying down the line. And here's Joe Rudy with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Joe Rudy with a 0-8. That's a line drive base hit. Frozen rope off the bat of Rudy. Hit it right on the screws. Tore the seams off that. And here's Reggie Jackson with 2 outs and 1 on. And that is an 83 and a 5. That's going to be off the pitcher. That's going to be a hard hit ground ball. Fielder's choice. 4-6 Carew to the shortstop Cardinals to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Top of the 9th. New pitcher for the A's. Who's it going to be? I do Roland had 31 games. Klunkowski had 26 games. I'm going to do Roland. I'm going to bring in Roland here. Hopefully. All right, let's see. Let me just make sure he's on the roster because sometimes I get fooled. I have the game open here and I can check the roster and see if he's available. On my left side, I got a screen, a big screen. If I take pictures of my setup, I got to show you my setup. I got an L-shaped desk, so I got a game on my left, a game in my middle, and then I got another desk on wheels, and I got a game on my right. So I got 3 different games going. And we're checking. I'm going to replay baseball. I got 1, 2, 3 screens, and then of course 4 screens. And then in the middle of that, I got I usually have 2 iPads. Right now, I have 1 iPad. All right, let's get to the game here. On replay baseball PC game, I'm going to check. I'm going to pitch to Tovar. So let me see. What was the first 3 outs? It was a single fly ball, a single caught stealing a fly ball. Hold on a second. Single. Then it was a caught stealing, 2-6, and a fly ball. Who am I checking? I'm checking I'm checking for pitchers for the A's. Okay. Pitchers for the A's. Locker is there. Roland is there. So that's what I wanted. Roland's coming in. Roland's in there. So he will be pitching to Carew, Oliva, and Killebrew. Here's a pitch. That's a 12, and that is going to be a base hit for Rod Carew. That's Carew's second hit of the game. He did bat .307 that season. Here's Tony Oliva. Going to throw the D20 looking for the wild pitch. Oh, we got it. So we're going to test it out. See what happens. Wild pitch chart. We got a 60, a 66. That's, I think, an automatic wild pitch. There's only 2 charts. That's it right here. 66 is pitcher. Oh, no. Nope. It's a pickoff if it's not a position player. If it is a position player. Let me see. If pitcher is not position player, it's a pickoff. Oh, okay. All right. So that is pickoff. So 1-6. Carew gets picked off. 1 out. Here's a pitch to Oliva again. That's a 98 and a 2. That's going to be off Roland. And a 98 and a 2 is going to be a ground ball first base. That is Epstein. 2 outs. And here's Harmon Killebrew. Killebrew's got 2 home runs already, and this may be his 3rd. This may be his 3rd. And that ball is a deep drive, left center field, and that's going to be off the top of the wall. Just missed it by a foot. It's a 2-out double for Harmon Killebrew. 3 hits today for him. Here's Steve Braun. And that's going to be a 15. That's going to be a base on balls. So Roland's struggling. Can't get out of the inning. Holt. Top of the 9th. 62. That's going to be a hit by pitch. Bases are loaded. Hilarious, dude. Come on. Leo Cardenas. That is a 90. That's a 0. That's line and caught by the second baseman Green to retire the side. No runs. No runs, 1, 2 hits, 3 left. Bottom of the 9th, last licks for the A's. They're down 7-1. It's going to be Epstein Bando and Monday against Blyleven. Let's see if Blyleven can be in this 9th inning. He's got 8, 9, 10. He's got 8, 9, 10, 11. And give up a run, that's 12. Nope, he can't. Actually, if he's gone 3 consecutive innings without giving up a base runner, he would get an extra point, but he does not. So we're going to bring in a reliever, play by the rules. Let's see, a reliever. Let's get a reliever here. "52 games, Ray Corbin. We're bringing in Ray Corbin to finish this off. Let's see if Corbin's in there. Carew lines out to second base. And then it's, wait a second. What did Carew do? No, Carew fly it out, then line out. Okay. Hold on. Carew flied out to left field. And then it's a line out to the shortstop by Riva. And then Blyleven struck out. Yeah, Veneris. Now I can check for the reliever. Yeah, Corbin's in there. Okay, Corbin's available. So he's going to try to finish this off. Yeah, Blyleven pitched an excellent game. Gave up 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, in 8 innings, 1 home run. That's it. All right, Epstein. Let's do Epstein here. That's a 74 and a 6, and that's a strikeout. 1 down. Don't expect too much to happen in this game at this point. 7-1. But you never know. Sal Bando with a 73 and a 9. It's going to be a strikeout back-to-back Ks. And here comes Rick Monday. Rick Monday is 1 for 3 today, a home run. And a 60. A 60 is going to be a line drive base hit to right field. Played on a hop by the right fielder, Tony Oliva. Second hit for Monday today. Monday on Thursday. And Dave Duncan. Dave Duncan with a crazy leaner. That's an 82. 82 is a blank. We got a 0. That's lined. Caught by the third baseman. Third baseman, Braun. And that's the ball game. No runs. 1 hit. 1 left. Final score, 7-1 Minnesota. Let's do the hits real quick. Let me push this aside. I do a whole thing here with my hits. I'm getting the colored pencils out. My hits are in green. That's 2, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits in that inning. I thought there was only 6. So there was 7 hits in that inning. Holy smokes. So the Twins beat up on the A's and Odom and everybody else they brought in. There's another hit here in the first inning. So that's already 8 hits he allowed in the first 2 innings, 9 hits. Then he settled down. And here is when the new pitcher came in. He gave up a new pitcher gave up 3 hits. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hits. Holy smokes for the A's. Did they make any errors? I don't believe so. No, they did not. Only one error. One error was made by the Oakland A's. Second baseman Green made an error. There weren't a lot of walks in this game. That's unusual. I played a Pine Tar game yesterday. It was like 13 walks. There was 1 walk in this game. And a few strikeouts. Well, strikeouts I do in red. And I usually have a little trick, a little art. Do that sort of thing. That's about it. And then down here, do the same thing with the strikeouts. Man, Blyleven had a ton of strikeouts. Holy smokes. He's got like 13 strikeouts in this game. Bert Blyleven. It's a beast. Another 2 there. Another 2 there. I got to count all these strikeouts. There's another one there and 2 more in the first inning. Holy smokes. Bert Blyleven. Dominant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 12 strikeouts in 8 innings. Holy moly, good job. All right. And the hits for the A's. 1 there. 1 there, 1 there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits for the A's. So let's do this line score. Minnesota with 7 runs, 16 hits, no errors. The A's with 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error. And that's about it, my friends. It's a pretty good, certain things happened in this game that were interesting. Blyleven was dominant, striking out everybody. There was a while there that the game was 4-2, so you felt like the A's could come back. But the A's could just not get anything going against Blyleven. He was too dominant. Let's look at what Blyleven did in the season to see why he was so dominant. Well, he pitched 280 innings. He had a 1.1 WHIP, 38 games, 2.80 ERA, 16 and 15 at age 20. He was 20 years old in 1971. So by 81, he's 30 years old. So he's pitching well into the 80s. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. ARJL, there he is, the one and only. Yeah, I pulled a CGI where I had one game and then I pulled it off the board and I put in another game. You got to see that. No, you don't. Don't worry about it. Just trust me. I use CGI. I use some new technology to be able to do that. And yeah, I had my cards set up on a different board and I just pulled this off like this. I just did that. And I had this going. And I did that. And I started the stream with 3 innings of game 143. I got 1 more game to go with the project. And then we're going to compile all the stats and see how they turn out. That's going to be interesting to look at that. But I'm not, expecting anything because every game I play never gives me the exact stats. So it's kind of up and down all over the place. Who knows? But yeah, I started off with this game, 3 innings of this game, and then I played Deep Drive, which I've been getting into again lately, just to switch, just to change, and I got to figure out what is my next project if, with Fall Classic. But that's it, my friend. Hey, Hal, Red Sox fan, how are you, brother? So that's about it. I played 2 games. The A's lost the first one. It was a close game, pretty close. I mean, it was, I believe it was 4-1, that first game. This game was close until the top of the 8th when they scored 3 runs. It was 4-1 for a while. 4-1, not 4-2. I said 4-2 before. It was 4-1 for a while. And the A's in the, what inning? In the bottom of the 7th had the tying run at the plate. It was exciting until the 8th when they scored those 3 runs. off the reliever Locker. Bob Locker came in, gave up a home run to Harmon Killebrew. Hit 2 home runs. Hit 2 home runs and a double. Remember him, Harmon Killebrew? He was a killer. He was a killer. He was mean. So yeah, so one game had potential. The other game was close, but the A's in the first game couldn't get anything going at all. So that was depressing. So yeah, so that's all I had to do to talk about for tonight. So this is CP Cards and Dice. Check out this station. I got a new station. You're gonna love it. It's called. I'll tell you what it's called. It's called Acid Jazz and Grooves Radio 24/7. And it's got some black girl in a very skimpy little dress doing this dance in what is a very cool looking apartment with the window open. Looks like an inner city apartment because it's really small. And it looks like the 70s because she's got one of those phones on the wall. If you look at the furniture, she's got a record player. So it's definitely the 70s. And she's grooving by the window, and it's very cool. It's called Acid Jazz and Grooves Radio. Check it out. Be there or be square. This is Tony Porter's C&D TV signing out.